Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first day of 2025. It is New Year's Day, and I cannot think of any better way to celebrate our New Year's Day off than to podcast with my two best mountain bike buddies in the whole world. I hope Silent Bryce doesn't hear me say that. He'll be very sad. But he's not on here, so he won't know. And it is the first episode of the World's Okayest Mountain Bike podcast for 2025. And I think I have a resolution for this podcast. Maybe. It's just going to be a lot of work, and I've got to decide if I want to do all that work and if it's worth it or not. But we'll get to that here in a minute. So, Kyle, Ryan, I hope your Christmas break was better than mine. It was a little... It wasn't 2024 will not go down as probably the best Christmas ever in the Sylvie house. Had a 5-year-old that got her adenoids and tonsils removed and turbidates reduced on December 20th. And last night, New Year's Eve, was the first night that she slept through the night since then. So we had a really rough 10 days there, waking up with her multiple times a night when she was crying and in pain. So yeah, that's how it was going for us. But other than that, we really can't complain. What about you, Ryan? Looks like Kyle disappeared on us.
That sounds rough. No, we had a good holiday. Nothing too eventful, just a lot of family stuff, family events. Getting around to see all the grandparents and aunts and uncles. It was good. Getting some good time off work. Yeah, it was good. New Year.
When's the last time you rode a mountain bike outdoors?
Second week in November.
Yeah, okay, so we're about the same.
Yeah, sadly.
I think too.
Yeah.
Is that like Kyle, was that like your third or fourth ride of 2024? That last ride in November?
You guys can wait for me if you want to, but it was indeed a rough 2024 for Kyle and fitness and fun.
You know what? Let's not do that. Let's just go into 2025 because I don't want this podcast to turn into a total downer fest, which I started, to be fair.
Hold on. Let's see. Well, show me my year.
You look up your Strava and tell us when you're ready. We're going to go on to our bike resolutions here for 2025, which I think Ryan probably has what I'm guessing he probably has the most clear goals.
I don't think it's any secret. I don't think it's any secret. Do you, Clinton?
No, I don't think so. Can I guess?
I'll give you 1 penny if you guess right.
I think your primary goal is to go sub 5 at the BT Epic.
You got it. That is the ultimate goal, and the resolution is going to be 4,000 plus miles this year, and I think that's what's going to take to get me there. So,
yeah. Here's a question: do virtual miles? So, like, I got a Zwift set up in November. That was my Christmas present. I got a smart trainer. I've got my Trance on it. I love it. Do those virtual miles count for anything? Yeah. Like, well, how do they? I mean,
well, let me ask you this:
not riding miles.
Go ahead. Would you say that? Say that again, Kyle.
Counts for fitness, but like that doesn't count as riding miles.
Why not?
Because only one wheel is spinning.
I get what you're saying, Kyle. Now having done it, like the planned workouts, they definitely count for something. I mean,
it's a workout.
It's a constant effort.
It's a workout.
I get what you're saying. It is a workout. I'm not gonna, cry too hard about it if you say that it does or doesn't count for.
Well, I mean, it's just like if you run on a treadmill, say I went for a run. You run on a treadmill, but you didn't go out for a run.
That's a good point.
Same thing. It's the exact same thing. Yeah, no, it's a workout. It's fitness.
But if you're quantifying those miles to quantify your fitness, do they not count? Do we count hours if you're on virtual miles? Are we only counting hours or time? This is a good question. This is a great conversation.
It's a different segment. So it's just like mountain bike miles, road miles, gravel miles, trainer miles.
Yeah. I mean,
I
I
just
don't know.
combine them all.
There's some things about it that are easier and some things about it that are harder.
Yeah.
Like an hour on the trainer, even though I don't like dread it like I used to when I had just a dumb trainer. The thing is, especially if you have a programmed workout, is or even if you're just riding in a virtual world like Zwift, is there's no break. Like you don't coast down the hills like you do in real life. You know, in real life you get momentum, you start going downhill, you kind of coast. When you're on the trainer, I mean, you're just pedaling the whole time. It's like a road
The whole
bike.
time.
It's like being on a road bike, but it's always flat or uphill.
Yeah. I don't know. I just combine all my miles together. Like I don't separate road miles and mountain bike miles and virtual miles. Like
well,
to
I
me,
don't
they're
think, yeah. If we lived in the desert, that'd be one thing because you could pretty much for sure go ride every day. But where we live, you get a lot of bad weather. Sometimes it's too wet, it's raining, it's muddy. Like I would count the virtual miles as counting towards your 4,000 mile goal,
sure.
right? If you get 1,000 virtual miles and only 3,000 outdoor miles, you're not going to look back and be like, oh, if I'd just done another 1,000 outdoor instead, I would be so much better. In
No,
fact,
because
I think
honestly, I feel like the virtual miles are more effective than outdoor miles.
I could definitely see that. I never thought I would say that, but when you have specific goals, I can definitely say that is probably true.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've had in the last couple of weeks on this new training program that I'm on, I've had 2 workouts that I could not finish. Like
Wow.
I literally could not finish them. So, and I'm not scared to admit that they were that hard that I literally quit.
So, I hate to be the bearer of news. I'm going to say it, guys, and or maybe our fans can respond. As effective as training miles are on a trainer, this is the most boring conversation we've ever had on this podcast.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's move on then. We'll move on.
Let's talk about riding our bikes inside in stationary positions.
Yeah, I know. We're a bunch of losers.
Okay, so Ryan and I just got deducted 3 points from How Bro Are You already for having that conversation.
I agree.
So we're at -3 to start.
Chilling inside. That was so boring.
I'm going to keep track of this. That was a -3 right off the bat for Klint and Ryan.
I couldn't find real mileage, dude, but the real mileage for me this year, I don't even think I got 500 miles this entire year. I think I'm sub 400 maybe even, but I did get an outdoor ride on dirt in December. 3 weeks ago.
Nice. Nice.
Okay, you're doing better than me.
I had 4 kids with me and my wife, but I got 5 miles in.
That's something.
And my 4-year-old pedaled all 5 of those miles by himself on his own bike.
Very nice.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not going to go with my resolution because it'll end up talking about that indoor trainer again. So,
what is it?
Though I do want, I know this sounds like a lofty goal, being that I'd be chopping off half an hour, but I really think I could get 5.5 at the Epic. I'm telling you, this smart trainer thing is changing my life. If I just wasn't sick, I would already have like 20 days on that thing at least. I think I've already got 7 or 8, and that's I've been sick almost constantly since I bought it.
I think I might have to get one next year because I can't do normal trainers. I still have a normal trainer at the house. I can't force myself to suffer and do it. Like, I mean, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to run today. I'm going to go run a mile outside today, which is just slightly less boring than pedaling inside.
Ugh.
I know.
Yuck.
Oh, go learn how to play basketball or something, Kyle.
That sounds like an Achilles destroyer to me.
Jogging's no different. Wouldn't make any difference. All right. Today's episode is a revisitation of How Bro Are You? Now, if you haven't been listening to our podcast for the last 4 years, How Bro Are You is like the 3rd episode we ever did, and it might be one of the best to this day, where we came up with a big long list and gave points, and you can go through this list yourself and decide how bro are you. And we'll actually post this list on the Facebook page after today with the updates, and you can score yourself. And we did that episode, I think it was April of 2020. I think it was April, might have been March. I'm pretty sure it was April of 2020. So we're going to revisit that list today, and we've added some new things. We have changed some things. We're going to take things off that we don't think are very bro anymore. But Kyle, would you help us?
At the list now, I feel wildly attacked already.
You are.
Well, okay, that's why I'm asking you. Could you help us? What do we mean when we say bro? Who are we talking? What are we talking about? We get a definition of this.
I mean, if you use the word bro in conversation while talking to bike friends, you're who we're talking about.
Okay, if you use the word bro when you talk to bike friends, I'm going to add that. That's going to be number one.
I feel like I used to be a bro guy that used that word a lot, like especially my moto days. Like there's a lot more points I would score in my moto days on this list. But now I'm more of a bud, so I don't, maybe that fits in with the Lycra and the XC,
We'll get there. Well, here's the thing though, Kyle, is if you're around teenagers a lot, like I am, you hear them say bro all the time. So that word has kind of lost a little bit of its juice. But I think if you are a 30-plus-year-old,
no, that's part of it though. It's like you're a middle-aged man that is still using the word bro. That's part of it.
Point. Okay.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Well, we'll just start with that. I wrote that one down. I assigned it 1 point. Not too many points. Just we'll call that a 1-pointer. All right. All right. So let's start off. I've got some new ones here that I'd like to start us with, and you can tell me.
Hey, Clinton. Clinton, time out before we move on. Do we have our points from the first time we did this?
And I can't. I should have listened to it because I know we added them up at the end, but I did not go back and listen to see how many I had.
I think Kyle was definitely the most bro, and then I was in the middle, and I think you were the least or something.
Was I least? I might have been last.
I don't remember.
You mean the guy that wrote the list had the score made, so he was the lowest on the list? Wow.
I'm not trying to be not bro on purpose, okay? I'm really not. I'm almost a little sad that I'm not as bro as I could be. Because I don't think it's necessarily. It's not an insult.
It's not a bad thing. It's just it's kind of our gig is like there's a lot of bros in mountain biking.
That's exactly right.
There's 3 of them on this podcast.
We are. I mean, I think we're all positive, right? We're not all in the negatives, so that's good.
Oh, I might.
Ryan and I have started out.
I went through the list quickly, and I might be negative.
Oh boy. Okay, so here's the first new one I came up with, and the key word here is refuse. Like on principle, you refuse to use an electronic drivetrain. It has to be full mechanical shifting. Not just that you have a mechanical drivetrain, but you would be open to a electronic. No. This is like I will not put a battery on my bike. If you refuse anything but pure mechanical drivetrain, you get 2 points.
I don't think that's any of us.
That's not any of us, no.
No.
But read the Pink Bike comments, right? Like.
Yep. Hey, here's what you should do, Clinton, because you have this live, right, on your computer. You should put like Kyle will be green, I'll be yellow, you be red, and put our points out to the side of each one of these.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot.
All right, that's a lot. Okay, my bad.
You have to keep track yourself.
I'm gonna take notes in our text thread just so that way we can.
Okay,
yeah,
perfect.
That'll help. Okay.
All right, so none of us get points on this.
No, nobody gets points on that. Okay. If you on your primary bike you have a mechanical drivetrain, we'll go ahead and give you 1 point for that, even though it might just be that's what you have. Actually, I'm gonna modify it. If you have a mechanical drivetrain that is, if it's SRAM, it's got to be GX or less.
You don't have to do that. Like,
no.
It does have to be primary bike though. Like
your primary bike. Okay.
Primary bike.
Yeah. The one you ride the most. Yeah.
Okay, you get a point for that. You still have mechanical, but part of me is like, is Shimano XTR really, You're not giving up a whole lot of things. But okay, all right. I guess this is a democracy.
No, it's XC, bro.
Yeah. If you are someone who would and you have to imagine that cost is not an issue here, which I know it is for most of us, but you are someone who would refuse any electronics on your bike at all, like suspension, dropper post. Like you don't want wireless anything on your bike, not just a drivetrain, but you would refuse to have a bike that had flight attendant, Fox Neo, Axis dropper, whatever it is. If you are on principle, no electronics on the bike, you give yourself 2 points. Any discussion on that?
I don't fall into that category.
Me neither. Well, one of the comments I see a lot of people, they're like, I ride bikes to get away from, the world and electricity, and I like the pure. I'm just not that guy. I ride bikes because I like to ride a bike downhill and it's fun.
No, I mean, I completely fall into that camp of I ride bikes to get away, but that also includes perfect functioning equipment so that I don't have to think about anything while I'm out. And then that means I ride Axis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you just insulted a bunch of these people by saying perfect functioning.
Yep.
Well, they're going to be mad, Kyle.
Cables never get out of adjustment, let me tell you.
Kyle, careful how you speak.
All right. Yeah. So here's another new one. If you are a regular e-bike rider, subtract 2 points.
Is e-bike not, bro?
How do I put this? I don't think if when you are riding an e-bike regularly, I don't care how you look. And don't get me wrong, there's some pretty bro dudes that do ride an e-bike, but they're still just going to have to give up 2 points, right? You can still be very bro after giving up your 2 e-bike points, but I do think you need to give up 2 points for that. And a lot of e-bike bros that are like e-bike, I'm going to add this, and you can choose. If you are e-bike only, like you don't even ride a non-e-bike anymore, you need to subtract 4 points.
You think so?
Yep.
In my opinion, e-bikes are pretty bro, man.
I don't think so. I think, to me, the e-bike bro is a bit like as to the bros is as the wild hogs are to the Hells Angels. Like, I don't want to be, like, you're trying to look that way, but you're not. Doesn't mean you're not a good bike rider. We need to also say, like, being bro doesn't make you a great rider or a not great rider. It's totally neutral as to how good of a mountain bike rider you are.
Yeah, and I think about a couple guys that we know very well that are primarily e-bike riders now.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't say they're bro.
They're great.
And they're great riders, and I wouldn't say they're bro.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I just can't. Yeah, I can't go there. Another new one. If you have and use a smart trainer indoors, you get to deduct 1 point. So that's me and Ryan get to.
I'm so negative already.
Yeah, I'm -4 so far. I'm -4 at this point. All right. Next up, we're revisiting, is your name Kyle, Ryder, Cash, Clutch, Gauge, or anything like that. I put maybe a new one could be like Jet. A lot of Jets out there now coming up.
We'll throw Brody in there too. Brody.
Oh, Brody, yeah, that's a good one. Brody.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brody. You get a point. You get a point for that.
Totally.
Yeah, that's a pretty. I mean, literally, you can't spell Brody without bro.
Hey, so. is our buddy from the last podcast? Is that one Cade? Is that like a new
Cade? Ooh,
I threw that in there.
I think so. That's a pretty bro sounding name.
It seems like it. Cade. I love Cade.
What would be like a lady bro's name? And that is a term. I literally got a T-shirt from a friend in Texas when I lived there. They had like a club of like, it was like the Lady Bros mountain bike.
Wow, what
Club or
would be a
something.
lady bro name? Maybe some of the women on our podcast can add that on their own. I don't know.
I don't think there really are any, because when people are naming girls, I don't think they are thinking the same way as
No.
some dads are when they're naming their sons.
Yeah. It's got to be like a motor part to name my kid.
Definitely drink Monster Energies.
All right, I think we're good on that one.
Okay,
That
well,
was
okay.
stuff-
Next up,
stuff.
we're gonna leave. I think we'll just leave all these points the same. What brand truck do you drive? If it's a Toyota, you get a point, and then you get bonus. You get 2 points for a Toyota SUV, like 4Runner. You get 3 for a Tacoma.
Hey, I got one to add to this though.
Okay.
Negative 10 points if you drive a Cybertruck.
Oh, okay. Cybertruck, negative 10 points. What if you drive a Tesla car with a sea-sucker mount?
Oh, that's a good one. But that's not as bad.
That's not as bad.
What, Kyle?
That's a very specific example.
Well, how else are you going to mount a bike on a Tesla?
You can put a hitch on it.
I feel like if you put a hitch on a Tesla car, that might be kind of bro.
Yeah.
Like, putting a hitch on a Tesla is, I don't know what that is, but I wouldn't give any negative points for that.
No.
Yeah. Now, we also had a point for every sticker on the rear glass, which if we do that, that's going to bring me back to positive for sure.
Really?
Oh, I've got a bunch of stickers on my truck.
Do you?
Yeah, I've got.
Ooh.
I would have more if I wouldn't have accidentally ruined a couple.
You don't have as many as Kyle.
I might. I probably got 6.
I've got a ton, Klint.
Okay.
I've got more, not a half, but more than a third of my back glass. Probably right at about a third of my back glass is just peppered in stickers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of safety hazard, really.
Right, so, okay. What if we max at 10 points? Because.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, all right, I'm putting down 10. I got it.
Okay.
I have 0.
Now, we still have, you get a point if your truck is lifted. Oh, yeah.
Ryan has 0?
I don't have any stickers on my glass.
Oh,
I don't have any stickers on my truck. It is a company truck.
Hey,
so.
we don't have any points for a Tundra.
Well, no.
I feel like you should get at least 2 for the Tundra.
No, I got one for being a Toyota.
We got one for being a Toyota. Do you get more for it being a Tundra?
I mean, literally, Toyota only makes 2 trucks. 2.
Okay.
Giving 2 points for the Tacoma.
1 point. Okay, that's how we should do it. Toyota, you get 1 point for Tundra. 2 points for a 4Runner, not a Sequoia. You don't get any points for a Sequoia. If it's a Sequoia, you're 0.
No,
I agree.
3 points for Tacoma, negative 10 points for a Cybertruck. 1 point for every sticker with a maximum of 10. Okay, now we're on to, is your truck lifted? You get a bonus point. Is your truck black, gray, or sandy tan? One of those types of colors, you get a point. And if it is a Toyota and it's lifted and it is black, gray, or sandy tan, you get 4 bonus points for hitting the trifecta.
And to be clear on gray, it's like that, like destroyer gray or gunmetal.
Not silver. Silver.
My silver truck doesn't count. No,
silver does not count.
But what about mine? So mine's a charcoal gray, but it's not.
Yeah, yours counts.
Yours counts.
Yours definitely counts.
Because mine's like old man. Yours is bro gray.
Word.
You agreed.
Your truck definitely counts.
Ryan's truck matches his hair.
Oh, you're right.
All right, let's move on. I've got some thoughts
George
on this
Clooney
next
hair
one.
going, man.
I've got some thoughts on the next one. Do you run a tailgate pad on your truck year round? You get 2 points for sure.
Yep.
You get a bonus point. I've seen pictures of this. If you just use like a piece of cardboard that you spray painted Dakine on, You get a bonus point for that.
So that's funny because and my dad's not playing this game, but my dad has like these foam things that he just lays over the tailgate of his truck.
Yeah, like a hoopty, just like the hoopty tailgate pad.
That's it. Hoopty tailgate cover. Any form of homemade tailgate cover.
Okay, now if you just lay your bike down in the bed, that's a -1 point.
Oh, there we go.
I might lose a point there in the winter time. I lose a point because I will take my front wheel off and put my bike in, and also have the cover, like so I don't get like road spray and all that stuff on my bike.
Same here.
And then Ryan, I think you and I also maybe need to lose another point, because what if you have a truck but you still run a hitch rack?
Yeah, I do sometimes. Well, it's when I take multiple people.
Yeah.
Dude, I run it when I'm by myself.
More than 5 bikes, I take the hitch rack.
No, when I'm by myself. Counts. So when I'm by myself, I lay it in the bed.
See, I don't like taking my hitch because it's just a 1-bike hitch, so I just leave it on. Other than in the winter, but I don't run the tailgate pad because I like having my bed cover so I can just throw stuff in there and lock it. So I still run the hitch rack.
See, that's some old man stuff, Clint. I think you got to take a point off for all
that's
that.
what I'm putting. I put a -1 on for that.
I hook up to trailers way more than I run multiple bikes in my truck. So
yeah. All right, so we're on to bike brands, and I think there's going to be a lot of changes here, a lot. And I forgot how many I had because I've already changed some of these. The first brand was YT. I think we had 2 points for YT back in 4 years ago, but should they get any points?
Yeah, that still tracks. YT is still the ultimate bro brand.
You think? I would say 1 point for them. They're getting pretty mainstream.
Yeah, but like bro, bro isn't negative. They're not bad. But
yeah,
I mean, but if you look at where does YT spend their money on marketing and athletes, that's not the XC world. It's not road bikes.
That's a good point.
It is Red Bull Rampage athletes. It is Crankworks athletes. Like it's their entire brand circulates around enduro, ride, gravity. Yeah, that's still that's the formal bro brand.
Okay, we'll keep them at 2 points then. What about Common Sol?
Yeah, they're the same.
You think?
Yeah.
And is this negative for every bike? So like if you have multiple bikes?
These are positive.
Gotcha.
I guess if you had 2, I don't know, if you have a YT Izzo, which I had, I guess that's as bro of a cross-country bike as you could ever hope to have.
Totally.
Okay, so I guess 2 for every bike that you have of that brand. So we got YT 2 points, Common Sol 2 points, Raw, they're still out there. I had 2 points for them. Privateer, which I don't know if you can even get these in America. You probably can. Had 2 points for Privateer, 2 points for Canfield Brothers. Now I have reduced Transition down to 1 point. I feel like the Transition spur and the Transition brand in general has become a little more. It's just those bikes are just very normal now. Like they're just very regular. Does that make sense? Like
yeah. I would say the brand is trending that way, but still a bro brand. I mean, like they're still a heavy focus. I mean, like, even like you said, even the spur. Like the spur is their cross country bike, which was like the quintessential definitive down bike when it came out. Like, and that's still what that is. Like now, I would love that bike. Like that would be an incredible XC bike for me. But I think by definition, that makes Transition a pretty bro brand.
Okay, I'm still gonna keep them at 1 point. I'm not gonna.
That's fair.
Okay, so Gorilla Gravity, currently out of business. But I think if you're still running a GG, you get 2.5 points. You get a bonus half point for them being out of business. And I've added, even though there was nothing really that bro about this brand before, but for some reason now that they have gone out of business, I'm putting GT in for 2 points. I think the bikes they were making right before they went out of business, they were pretty heavy hitter type bikes. Like they were not, you know, they were not bikes for weight weenies or anything like that. So GT, it's almost like a retro bro feel.
Yeah, well, especially now too, because like GT is going out of business, and they had that massive sale online. So I mean, there's going to be a bunch of their bikes in circulation that went direct to consumer, to kind of just whatever they were trying to do to pad their numbers before the end of the brand.
Yeah. Evil. I have Evil at 1.5 points. I think I'm just gonna give them one. Take them down to 1 point. I don't see those nearly as like when I lived in Texas back in 2017. And short 2016, 17, 18, like Evil was that was the cool bike to have. And I saw a lot of them, but now I don't hear much about them.
Well, I don't think are they in business still?
Yeah, they're still in business, pretty sure. I'm almost certain they are.
I was thinking that there was a chance that they were shutting it down for 2025. I can't remember.
Not that I know of. I think they're still in business. They announced a bunch of layoffs like 10 months ago, but I still think they are in business. Gosh, there was a couple years though. I mean, every bike shoot like they were it for a little while. I think they had some quality control issues though. All right, Kyle. This is gonna make you sad, but I have decided Santa Cruz is just a neutral brand now. 0 points. 0 points now. No negative, not positive. Just
sense.
Now I still have Trek and Specialized at -1. Probably should just keep that. I have Cannondale as a -1.
Why is Giant not on there?
Yeah, but here's the thing though, man. Like, all right, so that's a fair comparison too. But like I have 2 Treks and 2 Specializes still, but only one of my Specializes should be worth a negative point. The other one is literally a mini mullet slalom bike, and then the 2 Treks are the broest Treks ever made, a Ticket and a Ticket S. Like,
well, your mini mullet slalom bike's a bro bike.
100%. That's
Heck
what I'm saying.
Yeah, you might get points for that later on when we talk about wheel sizes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll get points for that later. So we'll get to you. I guess I'll put next to those possibly model dependent.
So I'm going to take 1 point off for owning an Epic 8.
Okay.
No. What else do you have?
Yes.
No, yeah, you should take 1 point off for the Epic 8. But your other bikes, you're not taking a point off? Is that what you're saying?
Well, like, I don't think I can. Should I take a point off for my SX Enduro?
No.
Oh, no. Okay, all right. I see. Yeah, you're right.
And I can't. I probably shouldn't take a point off for having a Trek Ticket, 2 of them. You know what I mean? Like that's not a negative bro deal.
No, those are bro. Those should be at a point, kind of, because
I'm gonna put plus one point for every DJ/BMX bike you have.
Ooh, I got a BMX bike.
There you go.
Yeah, that's my first positive point.
DJ.
Well, you're gonna lose it because literally the next one is: do you own a full Lycra XC?
I know, and I was going to ask, like, is it just like if you own one, or is it a point for everyone you own?
No, just the fact that you wear one at any point.
Okay, all right, cool.
Full XC.
I was going to say I don't want to lose Lycra. 20 points, and that's bibs, right? Like it's got to be bibs.
Okay, when someone looks at you, is everything you have on your body skin tight? That's the
question. Yeah, it is.
That's what we're talking about.
Guys, right. I'm -5 points already.
Dude, I don't even know. I might be +1 or 2 at this point.
I'm terrible. I'm such a dork.
I might be positive. And then you asked about Giant. I think Giant is just neutral because Giant's marketing and stuff is almost non-existent.
Yeah,
And,
I would say I would agree. Okay.
Like no one that thinks like, oh, the snobby people. There's no S-Works Giant. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
There's no 9.9 RSL Giant. Like, of course they have their high-end models, but they don't. There just doesn't have that like, ooh, I went to the Trek store and got the 9.9 or whatever kind of feel.
So am I -2 because of my road bike on that then?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, God.
Should I do just a negative point for every road bike and gravel bike?
That's fair.
All right, so I'm taking off a point for my gravel bike.
When you selling that bike, Kyle?
Dude, that one might be a lifer. Like, I can't picture anything else cooler coming out.
I know.
Yeah. Well, they're not going to unlock some amazing geometry for that genre of bike.
That'll never like. I don't know if they're ever going to do sparkle bass boat paint jobs again. Like that, the bike looks so cool. Like, because for me, you know what I mean. Like I don't know. I've never really flipped those. I kind of just always had one and then rode it until something else more interesting came around. But that one's probably going to just sit in the stable for a while. I don't honestly even know if I see myself flipping any bike over the next year. I'm this everything I own now might be what I own this time next year.
Yeah.
It'd be weird for me.
With you.
All right, let's roll on.
Right, we're about to talk about frame colors, and I don't know if this comment was directed at the guy who made this video and his bike, or if it was directed at me and my comment. But a guy I watched the video, it was like Giant Rain Advanced Pro long term like review. It was from one of the Vital guys, and he had the Giant Rain, and the frame color I think is ugly. It's like this like somewhat tan but sparkly, almost peachy pink to black. Like it's not a pretty color. Okay, it's ugly. But I commented that I got the Rainbow Rain frame and built it up. So you guys have seen my bike. It goes from like blue to purple or red at the end. And there's a reply to my comment that says that is quite possibly the ugliest frame color I've seen. And if he's talking about me, my feelings are really hurt. I'm not gonna lie. I think my bike looks sweet. But he might be. But if he's talking about the guy who made the video and his bike, he's right, because that is the ugliest frame color I've ever seen. So I'm just gonna assume that's he meant to be talking about the guy who made the video, because it's hideous.
Real quick, Klint, is Klint sound gargly audio?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Clinton, check your port, like where you're plugged in.
Did this just start sounding bad?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, hang on, let me.
Sorry, technical difficulties, folks. If we can fix it, I wanted to fix it before we kept going too long with it.
Not for real. Does it sound any better?
Same.
Yeah,
It's
weird. It just started.
I'm gonna try something. You guys just talk for a second.
All right, so I'll read those bike frame color points while Clint tries to fix it. But
there you go.
If you're matte black, you get 3 points. If it's regular,
that, huh?
What's that?
We're sticking with that, huh? Flat black as a bro color.
I don't know. I think that's weird. Like, obviously, I'm not bro because I'm 5 questions in and I'm -5 points. Black frame.
I don't know. Wait, what bike do you have this matte black?
My Epic.
Oh, your Epic is. Yeah. I don't know why I keep picturing you having a green Epic.
Carl's is green.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, I don't know. Every time I close my eyes and picture your bike, it's like a forest green.
Oh,
I don't know where you're getting that from.
Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah, you're right.
Is my audio still garbly?
Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering why was it good for a while and all of a sudden messed up. You guys have the list in front of
Is your fuzzy thing? Is your mic hitting your beard?
No, it's not.
it's a connection thing. It just sounds like digital. You know what I mean? Like it's like a processing type thing.
No, we'll do it. It's not terrible. Like we can still hear you and understand you just fine. It's just different than what it was. It's not as crisp.
Ones I've got with me here just in case things went wonky that I'm going to try to get hooked up. So yeah, keep going on the colors and then the energy drink apparel while I get this fixed.
So
all right, what other colors here? What's the points looking like for colors, Ryan?
So it's matte black is 3 points, gloss black is 2 points. Any other matte color, so like a satin white is popular, satin silver is 1 point. Raw aluminum is 3 points. I agree with that.
Like raw, so I guess my enduro would count.
Yeah.
It's not raw. I mean, it's clear coated, but like
it's aluminum color though.
All right. So that's 3 points?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's also 5 points if it was a color, but you painted it black. But is there anything like you've seen, Kyle, that is like a new hot color that everybody seems to be going to? Or
oh man, I gotta be honest. As a whole, oh man, this is gonna suck to say. The whole industry and people interested in bikes and biking seems to be taking a turn down. Like I don't feel like the industry and the community has the level of involvement and excitement that it did years ago. I mean, like even pre-COVID bike boom.
yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know, and I don't know what it is. I just don't know if it's. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if kids just aren't riding bikes or what. But I really feel like looking back through it, in 2024, like everything is just slowing down. Like the industry as a whole is just slowing down. Like there's just less people. But that is a very very sad thing to say in regards to your color question, which I don't think there's any color that I see as a bro color.
You went really negative there when we're talking just about bike colors. Jeez, Kyle.
It makes me so sad. Like it really does.
Is. I'm with you. But hey, I just spent 30 minutes. I ran into an old friend at Lowe's before our podcast. And for Christmas, him and his 10-year-old boy, got mountain bikes, and he was pumped up. I was telling him all about the good trails they can go ride. And I told him about NICA. He'll be in 6th grade next year, and he was fired up. So hey, there's light at the end of the tunnel.
That's awesome.
Okay, so that's we'll leave the color stuff the same, and then the next one is: do you own any energy drink apparel? 2 points for Monster or Rockstar, and 1 point for every Red Bull item. Kyle.
So I'm looking around. I'm like sitting in my bedroom and I'm recording because it's the only safe place in my house from children and wives.
Can you guys hear me now?
I think I own a Red Bull. I think I do own one Red Bull KTM T-shirt, a single T-shirt that doesn't get out hardly.
Okay.
Something to say about frame colors real quick before we jump away is I don't know about other brands, but at least with Giant, Canada and Europe a lot of times get colors that the United States just does not get, and they're awesome. Like, how would you guys feel about a red, like a nice true red Transex? You can get that in Canada. You can get that in Canada. But that like purple rain that the pro guys are riding looks sweet. Like you can get that in Canada and Europe. I don't know why they don't, but in the US, the 2025 model is gray black.
Speaking of bro colors, though, would you guys think, like we talked about it on trucks, but like the Destroyer gray is a bro color now?
Yeah, say it could get in there.
Are we getting too far in the weeds? We're getting too far in the weeds on that. All right, I agree with you, Klint. Like, yeah, give me like a red or something. You're non-existent now, Clinton. No audio at all. Just put the old ones back on.
Clint, you might have to just raw dog this one, man, and talk into your phone like the rest of us poors. I can't.
So yeah. All right. So do you own any energy drink apparel? 2 points for Monster or Rockstar item, and 1 for every Red Bull. And also there is a 10 points for a tattoo if you have a tattoo. I don't know how that fits in. So an energy drink company tattoo, you get 10 points.
I gotta be honest, man. I think that's 50. You have an energy drink company tattoo. That's 50 points. That's you're locked for life.
No kidding. And you know what? We could go to the moto track, and I guarantee you there's at least 5.
I've got one Red Bull KTM T-shirt that does get worn occasionally, but infrequently. So I'm going to give myself 1 point for owning that T-shirt.
Yeah, I do not. Ooh, okay. Maybe I'll get some positive points here. I have a Monster Energy Motocross of Nations shirt.
Oh, that don't count.
Dang it.
If the logo is just incidental to a team shirt, it doesn't count.
Well, I think in Kyle's case it does because it's literally Red Bull KTM. But but
it's that's Ryan Dungey. That was Ryan Dungey's team. Like, come on, that's not that bro. That's Marvin Muscat, Ryan Dungey, Chase Sexton.
All right, I agree
Aaron
with you.
Blessing's like, he's not even bro. He's redneck, but at least that's his persona. Like, there's nothing bro about the Red Bull KTM factory team.
No, I agree.
And who knows if they'll even be there next year, because that's a whole other topic. KTM.
All right, fair enough. If you're married, you lose a point. Really?
Did we have that?
It's on the list. I'm looking at it right now.
So maybe I don't know if you should lose a point for being married, but you might need to lose a point for every kid you have. Well, I don't know, man. It depends on how you raise those kids, because
I mean, if you're the same dad that's naming them Cash or Chance or Clutch or Gage or something like that, then
I know. Look at Connor and Cameron. Like, I can't imagine taking points away from Kyle or Lauren for how those boys are. Like, they should get points. I maybe should lose some points. I got a daughter in ballet and a boy that doesn't really care to ride his bike. Maybe I should lose a few.
And they're named after cities, fancy cities.
They're not really named after cities. It's like the way it sounds.
Oh, that's funny. All right, so
we take the. I don't know. I kind of feel like we take the married part off, just because we're tired of losing points. You and I. Do you get?
I don't care. I know I'm not bro. I'm terribly old and dorky. All right, next one.
Leave it. Whatever. Sunglasses. I feel like Pit Vipers can come off because I see like teenage girls wearing these. They were for a while. I don't really know that there are any sunglasses brands that you should get points for. Although I do think if you have white frames, you should still get a point.
All right, white frames, you get a point. Oakleys, you shouldn't get a point. Like, that's that bro. But Pit Vipers are still bro. Like,
if you're still running the Pit Vipers, you deserve a point.
Yeah, I agree. Pit Vipers are bro. I do have white frames. That's a positive point for me.
Yeah, I've got one pair of white frame sunglasses that do get worn.
I'm pumped.
Black or gray. I think that only counts if it's full face.
Oh.
Face.
No, because I think like the bro thing is like the visored 3/4 helmet or open face helmet with the Pit Vipers, right?
Okay, so let's add a few things to helmets. Okay, but I'm gonna modify this. Okay, if you have a black or gray full face, that's 2 points. If you have the 3/4 shell at all, and you wear it, that's 2 points. How's that?
And what if you wear a visorless XC helmet?
-1.
Dang it! Is my new helmet considered visorless though?
Yes.
It is.
Yes, of course it is. Now, what if you wear a visor in an XC race? Do you get a point?
Yeah, that's bro move.
Yeah. So there's no, you cannot be neutral. If you do cross country, you're either getting a -1 or a +1 based on your helmet. There is no 0. It's either -1 or +1. Right. Pretty good. Now we still got a point for every flat bill hat you own. Still got a point for if you ever heard
What
the
was that?
tip of the.
A point for every flat bill hat?
Kyle's like, dang it.
I'm
Looking at my rack.
I have one too.
I think Kyle's more bro than he was last time.
I got 7 flat bill hats. All right, I got 7 points for hats.
I haven't even been keeping track of mine.
I do have one. I do have one for work.
Yeah, I've got one from my old Momentum Cycles hat that I got like a month before they sold.
Yep, I got a Momentum hat, a St. Louis Blues hat, Outpost Board Shop. Shout out to my boy Scotty. Santa Cruz Specialized, Deity Racing, and an Avis flat bill. All flat bills.
Oh man!
Get a point
and a Park Tool flat bill.
Know where a board shop is.
Flat bill that I got from. Oh, I can't remember his name right now. Mr. Park Tool himself, Calvin.
Now it's on YouTube.
Yeah, Calvin with the mustache. From that does all the Park Tool videos. He gave me a flat bill Park Tool hat. I was pretty stoked.
Need a few things. We already covered the no visor. Ryan, you actually are getting one. No visor used to be -2. Now it's only -1. So congratulations. Let's go with brands. I have shoe brands here, but I just want to go brands in general. What are the bro like apparel, shoes, helmets, goggles? Like what are the bro brands? I don't even know what they are now. Are there really any?
I mean, probably.
I'd say Vans. If you're mountain biking in Vans, you definitely should.
Yeah, you get bro points for that. Yeah, bro points for that. And honestly, probably Fox.
No way. Fox is way too expensive.
Yeah, Alpine Stars though too. I don't know.
No, I don't. I wouldn't say. I'd say Alpine Stars and Fox are really not going to give you any bro points. 4, 5, 10.
Vans though.
I've got one. If you have maybe a jersey and pants. What was it? Fast House?
Yeah, Fast House. That qualifies.
That would definitely count. That strikes me as a very.
Do we have this under here? I just thought of this too. If you ride mountain bikes without gloves, that's a bro point.
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't understand how it's even possible myself. I can't do it
either. I got friends that do. I got friends that absolutely ride without gloves. Rub some dirt on it. Okay. I can't do it, man. There's no way.
I can't do it either. Hey, pedals. You got flat pedals on everything. 2 points. If you ride in jeans or jorts, 3 points. I think that's good.
We're calling you out, Barbie.
Oh, dang. We did have the kid points on here. -1 point for every kid you have. That stings. I want to take that off. That just doesn't seem fair now that I have some kids. What do you think? Do you lose points for having kids?
I don't think so.
No, take that off.
Here.
I mean, right. Ryder Stewart's got kids now, and he's our rider.
Yeah, that's a good point. Do you work on your own bike to get a point? Try to get a shop to fix it for free, but you didn't purchase it there. 3 points. That's the move. We'll keep that. Tires, minions or die, 1 point. You're still running your minions or nothing, you get a point. Or should we expand that to like Maxis? If you do the Assegai DHR2 combo, does that count, or is it just too normal?
That's normal. I think if you're still locked into minions and refuse to look at anything else, you're a minions guy top to bottom. I think that's a bro point for sure.
Well, I'm going to specifically say minion DHF. It's the DHF specifically. It's not even DHR. DHF or the SS. The minion SS, the semi-slick with the big knobbies on the sides.
Yeah, no, one of my buddies raced Shepherd BME on a single speed hardtail with that as his rear tire.
Oh, yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
I forgot what he qualifies, or he used to qualify for the next one, which is a hardcore hardtail. Ride a hardtail that has a fork of 140 to 160. You get 2 points. If you ride a hardtail and your fork is over 160 millimeters, you get 10 points. People do it. They exist.
That's a good split.
This head angle thing is way wrong now. You want to talk about what's changed in the last 4 years? We were giving people a point for every degree slacker than 66.
Holy cow.
Giant trance in the high setting is like 65 and a half. So I think you got to take off
the head angle thing. Head angle is so that is a non-bro thing. My Epic has a 65 point something head tube angle.
I think you could say it's bro if you're slacker than 64. Every degree, if you're 63 or in the 62 somewhere, you should get points for that. Not a ton of points. It's just 1 point. If you're 63 degrees, you get 1 point. If you're somehow in the 62 point something, maybe get 2 points. That's pretty slack.
Fair.
Yeah, but 66 and nothing now. That was okay. So we've got some adjustments to the wheel size. If you are double 27.5, you now get 2 points instead of 1.
Fair.
If you are a mullet, you now get 1 point instead of 2.
Fair.
If you have a mini mullet like Kyle, I'm gonna give you 3 points for that. That's a 27.5 front, 26 rear. If you use a DJ or slope bike as your trail bike, you get a point. And if you are an adult and you are still running 26 front and rear, you get 2 points.
Actually, the way you do
this, you could honestly just say you get 1 point for every 27.5 wheel you have in your house and 2 points for every 26 wheel you have in your house if you really wanted to just get wild.
Points for having a DJ, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, you're right.
That'd be 2 26-inch wheels. I think it matters. It really more matters like what's the bike, what bike is it? Okay, so here you get 2 points if you use Strava, but you lie about using it. Like you use Strava. Ryan's making a face at me. You guys hear me?
You're fine.
Okay. If you use Strava, but you don't want people to know because you like to say that Strava's dumb, you get 2 points. If you openly hate Strava and don't use it, you get a point. This next one, I don't even know what this
is. That a bro thing? Is that something I'm not aware of? Like bros hate Strava?
Yeah, totally.
I think it's totally a bro thing to be like, I don't ever keep track. I just ride because I love to ride. Who cares about training? That's pretty bro thing. Okay. I have no idea why we had this no water bottle thing going on.
I also know guys that are just like the opposite of bro in every imaginable way that do not use Strava in any way, shape, or form, though.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. I'm taking off the snow water bottle thing. I don't even know what that was about. I also don't know about. Man, we had like getting the point for you to get a YouTube channel. You do podcasts. You have a hip pack.
Point.
Point. Does that count? I guess so. I don't know. I think a YouTube channel is definitely not necessarily. You can be pretty unbro.
I agree.
I think it depends on what you're putting out there. Are you doing reviews or are you trying to do shreddits? I'm gonna put shreddits. You get a point, even if they're not good. You get a point.
But same thing for like podcasts though. Like, does us having this podcast make us bro?
No, I'm taking the podcast one off there.
I like the hip pack one. That's for
how about
sure a
this?
bro move.
If your podcast is totally fine for kids to listen to, no points. If your podcast has an explicit content warning, you get a point.
Huh. Okay. I don't think we have enough listeners for that to be a case, but
I mean, we don't get I don't think we get a point for this podcast.
I don't think so.
Because I feel like
No.
if you're a mountain bike nerd, is that bro thing or not? That's the question.
No, I don't think so.
The hip pack thing, I don't think that should even be on here anymore. I don't think there should be anything regarding Fox or TLD anymore. I do think if you have some sort of energy drink mini fridge in your basement, you should get 3 points still. That seems a little obscure, but
I used to have one. I don't anymore.
Kyle, you still have that Red Bull fridge?
No, it's technically still under my ownership, but it hasn't been in my house in like 3 years, 4 years.
How does that work? Those things are given away free anyway. So how is it under your ownership?
It's mine. There's no room for it at my house, so my buddy's been using it up at his airplane hangar just to have a fridge up there.
So the fridge given to you for free is given to your buddy for free.
I paid for that fridge.
Well, you're an idiot because those are free.
They're not. They're free because you don't actually own them. So anybody that you see that has a Red Bull fridge stole it from Red Bull. Those are given to the dealers that can sell Red Bull, but they don't.
Yes, I know. Yes, I know. So why wouldn't you just find a free one?
They're not free.
They give them to the dealers.
Yeah, but the dealers steal them and then sell them. They don't just give them to dudes.
Okay. All right. That makes no sense.
Well, if you've got one, you get 3 points for having it.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Yeah.
I'm actually going to add points. If you are still running handlebars that are over 780 in 2025, you go ahead and get 2 points for that. I feel like the super wide bar trend kind of ran its course, but if you're still hanging on, you get 2 points.
No, I chopped mine to 780 now. 780 or 750.
I run 750 on my enduro. I need to cut my other ones a little bit, but you keep forgetting to bring me your carbon blade when you come south. So
keep forgetting to remind me.
Good point. High rise bars though. I added this one. If you are 40 millimeters or more rise on your bars on your mountain bike specifically, go ahead and get 3 points for that.
I'd agree. I think you need to take the next one off though, Clinton.
Yeah, I'm taking the knee pads off.
Because like we see a lot of like maybe older people or like newbies that run knee pads, you know.
Oh, a guy on a stump jumper wearing knee and elbow pads absolutely blew my doors off in a cross country race at Council Bluff. And he was running hard shell knee and elbow pads.
All right, here's a question. So here's another clothing item: is racing in pants versus racing in shorts. Is one more bro than the other?
That is a good question. I don't
is there an assignable point to either or?
I almost think shorts is more bro now. Like enduro, I kind of think it's a little more. It's still more of a bro look to have the shorts. But I don't know if it's worthy. I don't know if there's enough difference for it to be considered a point.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have some pants. I have pants, but they're like waterproof, so can't really wear them when it's not that cold out. Well, I'd like to have some, but I think it looks more bro to have baggy shorts on.
Hmm.
We might have to revisit that in a year. I'm not
Where,
sure.
where was your thought on that coming from, Kyle?
Just that, like, there is a pretty good difference in that, like, shorts and knee pads were the standard for a long time, and within the past, like, really probably since the last time we did this, 4 years, pants have come into vogue, and I would say more racers are racing in pants. Like in the World Cup circuit, shorts are non-existent. Nobody wears shorts. But I remember not that long ago, shorts and knee pads. Like I can picture like G. Atherton specifically. I don't know why, but like shorts and knee pads and tall socks, that was always the pro move. But now.
Yeah.
I think shorts and knee pads and and tall socks, I think that's bro. And I think I don't know. I feel like pants are the current. Like pants are the professional current, which makes the other
Okay,
one.
I'm gonna put racing, enduro, or downhill is shorts. Just do 1 point. I think it's still pretty common, especially in enduro. It's still
I agree with
common.
what Kyle just said. Okay, now that he explained it, I agree with
Yeah.
what he said.
Okay, so I'm putting a point now. I do.
I think pants definitely
I'll
looks
do a
better.
race in shorts.
But if it's super hot, I'm probably still gonna run the shorts. Although I do think the pants looks like it looks better for sure.
Oh, it looks sharp. I think a well fit pair of race pants and a jersey. I think that looks sharp.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking off the Hawaiian shirt. If you ride in like a button up Hawaiian shirt, I think that trend has kind of run its course.
Yeah, but I think the guys still doing it deserve a point for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Put it back. I'll give you 1 point. What about half shell with goggles? You're racing enduro and a half shell with goggles. I still think you should get a point for that.
Yeah, we'll keep it.
All right, boys. That's the end of the list. You got any more that you've thought of that need to be added here? No? Nothing else? Well, I'm trying to think of what things have sort of developed. Oh, I got one. What about like a high pivot bike?
A what?
A high pivot. You're running a high pivot bike with an idler.
Oh, I don't think that's bro at all.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. If there's any other trends or changes that's kind of like the thing.
I don't know. Good listener input though. Listeners, what are we forgetting? What else is a bro move in the mountain bike world right now?
Yeah. Well, anyway, boys, I'm thinking about for 2025, and it might take me a while to move. I don't think I'm ever going to get all of them moved, but I might just start with this one. You know, we published this podcast, but I think I might also publish it just the audio, maybe just with like a logo or something. Maybe start a YouTube channel for this podcast, just the audio, so people could find us on YouTube and listen. It's extra work, but I feel like that would help expand the reach quite a bit.
Yeah.
I might start doing that here.
I'm going to try to do a couple more. I didn't do a single. I don't think I uploaded a single video to my YouTube channel in 2024. No, not a single one. I don't think. I'm going to try to do a couple more this year. I'm going to do a damper swap on a buddy's Zeb. We're going to convert him up to the newer Charger damper. And do some air spring swaps and stuff like that. So I might try to do a video of that. But I'm going to try to do some more YouTube content this year. Like it'll be just the same boring stuff that I normally do, but more of it.
Yeah. I mean, I've got my own channel where I do pretty low production quality stuff, but to be honest with you, people kind of seem to like that. I mean, how much helmet cam footage do you need to see for a fork review? Yeah, I don't know. I make the kind of content I want to see, and that's why we do this podcast, honestly, is because I don't know, this is the kind of stuff I wish other podcasts did. So we just do it ourselves. But yeah, my YouTube channel, I literally just hold my phone and talk, and if it, I don't feel any need to make it 20 minutes with a bunch of helmet cam footage. Like, it just seems pointless to me. So, yeah, I think we'll make a YouTube channel for the old podcast here and try to start getting it out that way, because I know a lot of people listen on YouTube and YouTube Music app, and that's the one place that we don't get published. So, trying to fix that for 2025 here.
Sweet.
Any closing thoughts, Ryan? How negative did you go? Did you add them all up?
Actually, I was -3.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna add mine up real quick. Kyle, did you track yours?
Still counting.
Yeah, I see. There's a -1 there. Hit track. Plus 1. Thank the Lord I have that DJ bike. That helps. Hey, does my giant trance, it's the black, but it has like kind of like the splatter look, like little silver lines in it. Does that count?
It totally counts. Just only specifically because you had to ask.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. -1 for being married.
Oh, we are keeping that one?
Oh, did we keep? No, we're taking that out. I
thought we were taking it off. I didn't count that.
Yeah, we're taking that out. We'll take that out. Yeah, I think I really only have one true flat bill now. So that's not great. I do have a black full face helmet, but I don't wear it. Yeah, I do. I wear the one I bought from you, man. That counts. I have another one that I don't wear, but that one I bought from you is black, so we're good. Let's see. On bike.
So what was your total there, Kyle?
So it's depending. I can't remember if I had the married in there or not, but it's either 39 or 40.
Positive.
Positive, yeah.
Okay,
Is it crazy? Is it crazy that we're that different, Kyle? I don't feel like we are though, but I guess you have a lot more bro characteristics.
Yeah.
A lot of it comes down to stickers on a truck and number of bikes at the house, I think.
So, yeah, you get a lot for the bikes that you have in that basement. Depending on how many stickers I have, I'm somewhere around 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna say I'm right about 7. But honestly, the sticker thing is really propping me up. Let's say you only got 1 point for just having bike stickers on your truck. I would be only be like +3.
Yeah, like stickers on truck and flat bill ownership really is what's hitting me heavy because
really, yeah, I got the flat bill got me a point, and then should we make the sticker thing where it's just like you have more than one bike sticker on your back glass?
Yeah, not a sticker, not a point for every sticker, I guess.
Okay,
that's 10 though. I think that's what you guys decided because like.
How about a point for every percentage of your back window is stickered?
Okay, we're getting too deep in the weeds. How about we max it out at 5 instead of 10?
All right, fair enough.
Like a lot. 10
okay. So maybe that drops me to like 35 now, and then
35.
flat bills as part of the normal wardrobe gets you 1 point. That would get me down under 30 instead of being at 40. Because I do own a lot of hats. I mean, like I'm looking at 15 hats hanging on the wall right now, and half of them are flat bills.
I'm only looking at being about +6 or 7, I think, somewhere in there. I don't know if I should be happy or sad about that. I
win.
I don't know.
Get with the times, old man.
That's how the first time we did this, I think we were more poking fun at the bros. And now I'm like feeling left out.
You old.
I'm the youngest one on here. Oh man.
All right, guys, we have been chatting about this for a long time.
Well, these are important things, and we needed to give them the time that it deserves. And
All right, so-
in another 4 years, we'll do it again.
All right, so what are you going to do different with your riding in 2025 than what you did in 2024?
Okay, that one's easy for me. I'm going to train way more consistently because now I don't have to leave the house, and weather will not stop me from getting in legitimate, structured, purposeful training.
Okay, Ryan?
I expect, let me put it this way, and I'm not, I might regret saying this, but I fully expect to show up to the Chubb Enduro much more ready to race in March than I ever have before. Now, am I going to place any better? Who knows? Probably not, because these young kids are getting faster and faster, and I don't think I can keep up with them regardless of how much I train. But I feel like I will be ready to go instead of like, oh my gosh, I'm not prepared for this race at all.
For you.
Well, I think I kind of said it in the beginning, but I think I'm just going to focus more on just getting out and riding more versus like, oh, I've got to do this mileage. Like, I think this past year, I did more miles than ever, but I think for me, it's more about just going, you know what, I've got an hour. I'm just going to go ride, and who cares what the workout is or what. Like, I think a lot of my inability to achieve my goals this year was solely based on I just didn't ride enough. I think there's structured workout that I'm going to be doing that'll be good and stuff like that, but I think overall, like, I just, when I see some people that achieved their goals or got really close to where I want to be, and they just did more miles. That's plain and simple. So, I don't know.
I think you were stressing.
All right, so-
you were almost wanting it too bad, I think, and had too much stress going on. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Is kind of, I think, something that happened to you that held you up. When the time came, it was like,
No, I agree. I agree with you. I think race day for BT Epic, I was like, I put too much pressure and stress on myself with it. And I think that was the problem. I think you're right. But I also think to overcome some of that is just by getting more fit, and miles are really how I'm going to do that. Like, I do structured workouts. When I go ride, I ride hard. I just need more miles. So.
All right, so Ryan is less focused training, more training. Clinton is more focused training, and mine is just going to be actually riding. Like this whole year has been, yeah, I need to get out and just ride more. Like, I rode a fair amount in 23 for me. I rode a fair amount in 22 for me, and in 24, I just didn't. I didn't at all. Like, I don't know if I got 10 full rides without kids. I don't think I did. I don't. Maybe it was 5 or 7. Like, there was every other ride that I did involved one or both of my kids, which is great. It's wonderful. It's a good season of life to be in. But for me, the heaviest I've ever been. My fitness is terrible. I don't know how to fix it yet, but that's my plan. I got to do something. I just got to find a way to ride more.
Kyle, I don't know that mine was like less focused and more miles. It's probably just like, for me, I don't have like a set plan every week or every month where I go, this is when I ride. I just kind of wing it. I'm like, oh, I'm traveling for work tonight. I'm gonna bring my bike and get a ride in after work. Or, oh, it's lunchtime and I got 2 hours till a meeting. I'm gonna go get a quick ride in or something like that. So, I think it's more about planning. Like I was even talking to Carl, my neighbor, and I'm like, dude, I just got to get on the bike at 5 a.m. and go for some rides in the morning during the week, So I think it's more of that. I think we all got a plan to just ride more. That's just great.
I'm not going to make any like grand predictions and stuff. I really do want to get 5.5 in BT, and I'm just sensible throughout the year and just stay consistent. I think I can do it. That seems like a lot of time to take off, but don't know. I feel a lot more confident about being able to do it. I'm. It sounds like ridiculous, but I'm just telling you, having that smart trainer in the basement has made a massive difference. I want to go ride it every day. The only reason I haven't is because I've been sick, and that's probably what made me sick is because I kept riding it when I was sick and didn't let myself get better first. And I think that's what made me sick. But I legitimately do. Like, I look forward to going down, getting Zwift fired up, turn on TV, and just going. I really do. So I think that will make a big difference for me because now logistics are they're not a part of the problem anymore. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'd much rather go ride outside on a real trail, but if I can't, I'm not like, oh, not another day on the train, or I don't know. It's just not that bad to me now.
Sweet.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up. We're an hour and 20 minutes long here. I'm sure a lot of you maybe never did the "How Pro Are You" questionnaire 4 years ago. So if you see it on Facebook, I'll try to get this on YouTube. If you happen to be listening to it on there, hop in the comments and give us your score. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think should be on there, what should not be on there, how we could change it in the future. Because it's a living document, it's going to evolve and change with the times. And, we want to be nice and up to date with everything. So appreciate you all listening. And we didn't make any resolutions about how many times we were going to record for 2025, but I think we got at least 12 done in 2024. So that was once a month average.
I think we did. I don't think we did like once a month, like we said, but I think we had a couple months where we had like 2 or 3.
Yeah, the BT Epic content really helped put it because we had probably 3 or 4 episodes regarding that all close together. So we still got at least 12 in or more. So
and I did say that I want to get out to at least one of the local enduros and just kind of cover it almost like from a quote unquote media standpoint. Like, hey, just like get my thoughts since I don't race it. Like, come out, hang out, talk to people.
I wish you would. Yeah, I wish you would.
Racing or not, I don't know if I'm going to race. I'm so disappointed in my current level of fitness. I don't even know if me showing up for a race would be smart.
Kyle, one way to get fit is to put a race on the calendar.
That's literally half. Actually, so to that point though, is if I got 7 rides last year that didn't involve kids, 5 of them were races.
Okay.
Get a trainer, Kyle. It's worth the investment, man. It's worth the investment. If you really are that sad about it, it can change things drastically.
It's seasonal depression for me too. I hate being dark and dreary and wet and cold outside.
You gotta do the exercise. Get those endorphins running.
I'm gonna run a mile right now.
Yeah, get after it.
A mile, dude. You're gonna go run for 8 minutes, 9 minutes.
Okay, Mr. Olympian cross country runner.
No, I can't run. But what's 9 minutes do for your fitness? Go run 4 miles, 5 miles.
You'll hurt yourself. Don't listen to Ryan. If you haven't been running, you can't go do that, Ryan. Your feet will get wrecked.
Fair enough. I don't run. So, all right, go run.
No, I'm gonna go. I'll probably walk. I'll probably walk a half mile, run a mile, walk a half mile. Like it'll probably be a 2 mile. It'll probably be a 20-minute thing. But
that's a good idea. Well, you got to walk briskly for at least a quarter mile to get the fluid built up around your knees before you start jogging. Seriously, that's not. I wasn't thinking about that.
I know nothing about the science of running, so.
All I know is that I'm fat, old, and tired, and if I go out and try to run 5 miles, I'll regret it.
All right, fair enough.
Yep, for sure. All right, thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll catch you next time.